what's up fellas, Goyamaru here, and welcome to the 2200 Thought Experiment, an RPG Maker game where you have to achieve ultimate salvation. Hello 2200. I suppose that's me. Hello. Feel free to do as you wish. Pleasure. However, should you wish to achieve ultimate salvation, well, there are some risks you must be willing to take. I'm down. I'm ready. I'm down for anything. Here we are. 2200. What a name. Yellow text is engraved on the wall. Take a look. 4 rooms, 4 pistols. 1 is loaded. You figure it out. Oh. Looks like someone needs a lesson in professionalism. Negative. The text is brief and concise. And as I would write it in exactly this manner myself, is objectively the best possible phrasing. Fair enough. The room has been rearranged. Oh, that's nice. Well, my mind automatically goes to this. The pistol lands at your feet. You don't hesitate as you bend down to pick it up. 1 down, 3 to go. You shake it, trying to check if it contains bullets or not. But you realize that you don't know what a loaded gun sounds like, so it's useless. But a little bit of unnecessary wrist pain is nothing compared to the reward of ultimate salvation. Actually, the wrist pain is a major pain in that you decide to scratch I on the side of the gun with your nails, just in case you need to remember where you found it. And just like that, we've achieved a gun. So far, looks a little stiff and it's not like you need a rest. Regardless, you decide to sit on it, just to test its safety, of course. Is it comfy? Maybe it is more comfortable than you expected. The lights inside the television begin to quiet and blur as your eyelids sluggishly begin to droop. I'll just go turn it off. Or something. Sorry, 2200, but the couch has trapped you in its cushions and robbed you of your action. Rest easy. You can't doze off here, 2200. This pleasure is temporary. Ultimate salvation waits. What's this? It's a poster with a detailed illustration on it. The heck does Back to the Future mean? It's a stupid title. After all, the past is in the past, and therefore back and the future is forward. It cannot possibly be back. I guess let anyone pick up a pen and write a title nowadays. But what's with the red puffy thing the kid's wearing? Is he drowning? In that vehicle? What's it doing with all those flashing lights and stuff? That seems like a workplace safety violation. It's unclear what you'd be getting into, but something is just telling you that you've got to go see it. Oh, well, you know, it's not a bad movie. It's classic. A strange blacking machine casts a vivid yellow light. You find yourself enamored by the never-ending moving pictures flashing on its screen. It's stupid. Who designs a machine with this many unlabeled dials and buttons? You spin the dials at random. Round and round they go. Changing what appears on the screen. And this is bad. I feel like I have to see everything before I die. Careful, 2200. This is how children get addicted to television. But I'm not a child, so it's okay. No, adult addictions exist, 2200. You choose to believe that the people gambling their money away to casinos are preschoolers. In any case, I'm different. I can tear my attention off anything like the flick of a... Wait, where's that one channel that flashed by with the time-traveling car? Again, you spin the dials round and round, because you can't possibly get addicted to anything, right? And there we go, now we have another rearrangement. Oh, this is rough, isn't it? Oh no, the gun's right there still. Gun first. You slowly hesitate, you down to pick it up. Only 2 left. Seems easy to me. You aim it at the small rectangular machine and pull the trigger. But nothing happens. So you decide to scratch a 2 onto the sides of the gun, just to remember where you found it. There you go. I and 2. There's another rectangular machine. It's about smaller than television, but casts a much larger screen. Screw this stupid thing. 2200. When presented with a candle on a cake, would you stick your finger into the flame? Of course not. When you see a bright, concentrated light source, why the heck would you look directly into it? It was interesting. Interesting things demand attention. Then it's probably best to avoid using a blender. You might stick your fingers in and never see them again. Well, this blender is as fascinating as his name. I just might. You'll still see your fingers just floating in the blender. We see anything on the wall. A yellow light casts itself upon your body. It feels warm, even if it's just a projection. You look down at your hands, covered by images of clouds. They appear to float left, but you're not entirely sure since the movement is so minuscule. You try tapping your finger on your shorts, attempting to predict when the flickers of the projection will occur. Which doesn't exactly work out, as you suspect that there's no method to the madness at all. There must be a rearrange, a simple room. Again, I have no idea where this game's headed to at all. Right straight again. Surprise, but not really. The pistol lays at your feet, you hesitate as you bend down to pick it up. Only one more left to go. That's nice, I guess. Put the muzzle to your temple just to get a taste of what ultimate salvation may feel like. Do you want to do it? With almost invisible, but probably still present excitement plastered upon your face, you carve another number into the pistol. Just in case. We don't actually know. Can we, So we don't pick that pistol up, I guess. Because we have I and 2, but we don't have that pistol. I'll just save button, why not? It's fun. Alright, calendar. The calendar. We're keeping track of the date. Seems a bit unnecessary. I simply remember all of my appointments, no writing required. That's easy to say considering you're not scheduled to meet anyone or do anything in the near future. Luckily, no one knows that, because it's all in my brain. I guess this person just hates any month past April. It appears as though the rest of the calendar has been thrown out. A bit wasteful, but ultimately none of your business. No, we can unplug it. An even smaller rectangular machine with an even smaller screen. You lay on the ground and attempt to get a closer look. A lone fish glides through a glowing aquarium tank. Bubbles colored by the light swiftly float up to the water surface. Unfocusing your eyes, the vivid objects on screen mesh together in a calming gradient. You could stare at it forever. Unfortunately, you must uncross your eyes, as they may get stuck in that position permanently. Unfortunately, you must uncross your eyes, they may get stuck in that position forever. Permanently. Oh, right. That wouldn't be good. The room has been rearranged once more. One last time, actually. Oh, this just hurts. This is also a hospital bed, so I feel like we're dying, maybe. Today, the sky is gray. It's a nice color. Who knew that clouds could swallow the sky? Attached to the non-functional television is a sticky note. You skim a few words before something catches your eye. List of films I'd give a 1-star rating. Back to the Future, stupid title, on premise, no desire to watch. I want to kill this person. It's never that serious, 2,200. That, yeah. You should. Seaweeds flow in the still water of the empty fish tank. Are relaxing. Well timed for this maid event in the room. A messy lived-in hospital bed. Whoever slept here is obviously unaware of basic life skills that can't even fold their blankets properly. Nonsense. Why bother arranging your sheets when you're just going to sleep in them later? And besides, no one actively seeks out other people's beds to judge their cleanliness. And that's just strange. Contrary to your words, you begin to fold the sprawled out blanket. Not because you care about the state of someone else's bed, of course. The fourth and final pistol tumbles out from the coziness of the blanket. Go on, what are you waiting for? Pick it up. Of course. I was going to do that. You scratched the last identification number into the pistol's paint, irritating your fingertip in the process. Perhaps you shouldn't use so much pressure. Is that the correct number, 2,200? Oh. It's me. Or... Oh. Rebecca waits for strangers, 2,200. 4 rooms, 4 pistols. Pretty neat setup, am I right? Could have been better. If that's the case, then you're in luck. After all, ultimate salvation is almost in your grasp. You forget about this stupid treasure hunt in no time. Don't give me that look. Or do, I don't care either way. Before we begin, I have a question. Fire away. We've got all the time in the world. But if you must know, I'm incredibly impatient. So hurry it up, will you? Ultimate salvation. What is it really? 2,200. I must say that I am disappointed. You don't seem like the type to need everything spelled out for you. I think we can all guess what it is. It couldn't be more clear. There's only one outcome that results from a loaded pistol after all. Now, enough stalling. Let's cut to the chase, shall we? Argument begin. Take this outright. There is no method to tell the pistols apart. Okay, hold on. I meant to pause the game. They appear identical, sound identical. When shaken, they feel identical in weight. Simply choose one of them. Place the point to your head and shoot. This is interesting. I don't know if there's two different endings to this or there's only one. What did you press? This is all a little sudden. Why not give me some more time to make this incredibly important decision? I'm certain I could figure it out if I just had a bit more counter. I hate waiting. Where are you, a 5-year-old kid? When you wait for something, anything to happen all the dang time, you're bound to end up acting like one. No one claims that the correct pistol must be chosen at random. Is that really the case? Do you have any evidence that proves that statement otherwise? Oh my god. Okay, for some reason that took me so long. I paused my recording. I apologize. I should have kept it going. But the answer was simply saying that, like, she said there's no way to tell these pistols apart. You click that one and then you choose the button where you were inscribing things on the pistols. Because you put I and you put 2 on the pistols. I don't know why that took me so long. Pistols are identical in every physical aspect. So it might seem impossible to single the loaded one out. But it's not the pistols themselves that matter. Rather, where they were found. If that's the case, there must be one location that stands out. Bold statement. Well then, where was the location of the loaded gun? I'm gonna say the hospital. Yes. It's the one from the hospital room, isn't it? If that's what you choose to believe, who am I to tell you otherwise? Look at the gun labeled 4. Even if it's the same as the other 3 guns, it weighs down your wrist ever so slightly. But the other pistols were placed on the open floor and almost too easy to find. While the one from the hospital room was hidden quite securely under the bed. What that means, I'm not quite sure. But it's definitely worth noting. If that's your final guess, go on. No one's stopping you. You placed the barrel directly to your temple. The cold metal of the muzzle against your skin caused you to wince. Did it work? Hold on. She's thinking, let her think. That same breathing we heard at the beginning. You're taking too long. Oh! Oh, snatches the pistol from your hands, leaving you just enough time to pick up the gun labeled 3. Of course, an unloaded pistol is absolutely useless in a fight involving pistols, but you do you. Blowing your brains out isn't hard, 2,200. You've done it before, so I don't see the issue. I would like to go out by my own hand, if you'd be so kind. They consider today your lucky day. My hand, your hand, it's practically the same thing. No, it's not. You see that I've blown my brains out before, though I would have worded it a bit more tactful than that. I never would have wanted this. That's impossible. Oh, but you did. You wanted so badly that it took ages to smuggle the pistol into that hospital room. You wanted so badly that as soon as the pistol left the bubble wrap, you placed it right up to that temple of yours and shot. Nice story. Indeed. Fortunately, this one's non-fiction. Argument continue. So, alright, here we go. Oof, this is testing my Danganronpa and Ace Attorney skills. I just don't understand why you're stalling. The television, the sky, and that empty aquarium. Nothing here is compelling enough to cling to. Explain. That's your terrible and incredibly biased opinion. Surely you understand the difference between objective and subjective reasoning. Counter. Then I would like to propose a question. If asked to choose between being burned at the stake or to receive $1 billion, what would you choose? You want me to choose the money, don't you? Do I? Or perhaps you're drawn to circumstances of comfort over pain. That's a pretentious exaggeration and you know it. Boredom is torture, that's all I'm trying to say. I never would have wanted this. That's what you claim, but we both know that's false. Another press for an explanation. If you know what the evidence is, why not present it yourself? Because if I do, regardless of its legitimacy, you refuse to believe me. You want to object, but you can't exactly deny that its outcome is entirely possible and incredibly likely. And if I refuse to present anything at all... right, got it. And you have the evidence to prove it. I was correct, much to your dismay. 2200, you know the statement to object and what clue to present. You can always feign ignorance, but you know what they say. Listen to the hand with a loaded firearm. No one says that. I don't understand why you're stalling. Television is scanned at empty aquarium. Nothing here is interesting enough to cling to. I never wanted this, that's what you claim, but you know that's false. And you have the evidence to prove it. Oh, there it was. Oof. Okay, you saw that. I don't need to explain. Oof. Well, come on. I can't be the only one doing the talking around here. Calendar found in the monitor room. In the hospital at every month after April torn out. And the person who doesn't plan to live past April has no use for a calendar with the rest of the months in it. I must say, that was a rough explanation to put it nicely. Nevertheless, it is correct. I just don't get it. It's because you're approaching the situation from the wrong perspective, 2200. Let me guess, your perspective is objectively the right one because you say so? Of course, you know me so well. Oh, we gotta keep going. That tiny, faded television with only so much to watch, that ever-persistent, unchanging sky, that fish tank which you'll eventually perceive as a giant glass of water. 2200. You only care about any of that mundane stuff because it's novel to you at this very moment. That's not true. Now let me ask you something, 2200. What did the walls feel like? What kind of question is that? If you claim to care about the mundane as much as you do, surely you inspected the texture of the walls. But that's just stupid. Walls feel like, well, walls. And the sky appears sky-colored, and the aquarium's water appears aquarium-colored. It's not as the walls in the room changed as the room was rearranged from the beginning. And neither will the sky nor the aquarium. Fair enough. But you and I were one and the same. You spend enough time in here and begin to think what you'll never have or be able to do. Then what you do have will disgust you, and that pistol will find your temple locked and loaded. 2200. 2200. It just makes logical sense. I was right. Emanating defeat. No cocky response. 2200. This is disappointing. It's just an impossible scenario with no logical answer I'm satisfied with. I'm exposed to the same mundane objects all the time. Nothing holds value. I'm exposed to nothing. Even mundane objects hold immense value. Is ultimate salvation the only solution? There's better ways to go about than shooting yourself. Alternatively, why does any of that matter? Are you bored of life? Negative. I wouldn't be fighting for my life if I was. And you still have lots of unfinished business, don't you? I do. And before O ever confronted you with this tall words and hypotheticals, did you even think once about putting a pistol to your head? Of course not. But before you drown yourself in hypotheticals, focus on the present. Which of O's statement is worth contradicting? The tiny, faded television with only so much to watch, that ever-persistent unchanging sky, that fish tank which you'll eventually perceive as a giant glass of water. You only care about any of that mundane stuff because it's numb to you at this very moment. Okay. This is gonna take me time, I'm telling you that right now, but it's either number 3 or number 4. There it is. Oh, as I said, it was 3 or 4. We are one and the same. Did I miss a chapter or something? Last time I checked, there's a movie you've never wanted to watch in your entire life. What the heck does that tacky movie poster with the stupid title do for your case? Well, unless movies have a different purpose that I seem to be unaware of, I would like to watch it. So what? We're not the same because I don't care to watch a film? Well, yes, that's part of it. I want to watch Back to the Future and fall asleep on the couch. And I want to look to the sky and try to figure out in which direction the clouds are traveling. And I also want to watch the bubbles rise and the colorful lights of an aquarium. You gave up all of that, and that was your choice. And sure, the way you put it, the ultimate salvation seems like the only solution to this problem. I think we just got shot. But I chose the right pistol. Ah, the pistol with I on it. So I win. They grabbed the pistol with the hospital room. We actually grabbed the one that had I on it. The very first pistol we came across. And there you go. You get to watch Back to the Future and fall asleep on the couch, just like you wanted. And that is going to be the end of my playthrough for the 2200 Thought Experiment. A very interesting game. It had really wonderful art. I did really like the art at the end there, where we were seeing both of... I guess 2200. I didn't get the 2200 name. I'm sure that's symbolism for something. I just have no idea. So we'll just say 2 as their character name to make it easier. But it was very interesting to kind of see how that was playing out, because it was kind of like you were having this inner turmoil with yourself, essentially. And I guess it was kind of pointing towards, because it was, oh, the one in the hospital room was like, this has to be the loaded gun. It's the one you snuck in there. It's the one gun that has to be loaded. But at the end there, when we see our other counterpart, grab that gun, and they try to shoot us, we shoot them first because we picked up the gun that said I on it, which was the very first gun we got. So I guess it was just kind of a thing saying like, you chose life, or maybe you tried to shoot yourself in the hospital room, but the gun didn't work on you. It didn't have enough ammo, or it didn't have any ammo, or it just jammed, and that made you choose life essentially. And killing your counterpart, evil depression thoughts. No, I really enjoyed that. Genuinely, it was I will say I really enjoyed the game for the art style and the soundtrack and all that. It was really just a unique experience. I enjoyed it for what it was. But my God, when I tell you, you're just seeing it back to back with me getting those correct. Those questions took time. Those questions took me a long time just reading it over and over again in my head and thinking like, okay, wait, which one of these are the correct statements? It probably is just me being an idiot, I'm not gonna lie. But my God, that was not easy to figure out. Maybe you figured it out first try, and you're just thinking like, wow, it really took him multiple tries for that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did, and because I really did. It was actually really quite fun. I think I'm gonna look for stuff for this creator in the future for sure, just 'cause I like their art style. But yeah, I won't yap your off. I apologize. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I sincerely appreciate you all. And farewell for now.